Hello everyone and welcome back to Gear Adventures. Today we're going to be taking a look at the S6, which is made by Amyet. It is a dual motor, dual battery, all-wheel drive e-bike. This bike comes in at $1,499 as of today. Before we get into what comes inside the box, I just want to say I did purchase this with my own money because I was looking for more like a budget style e-bike, something that I could compare to more of a premium style e-bike, so that's why I went with the Amyet. I did look at a couple other e-bikes, but I have not had really good luck with budget e-bikes up to this point. So I'm hoping Amyet can change that for me. So let's go ahead, pull it out of the box, see what's all included with the S6. As we're putting it together, we're going to cover all the features and the specs of this e-bike. Always remember to watch for the staples when you're opening these things. You also want to watch when you're pulling the bike out, so you don't want to puncture anything. So it's packaged pretty well. It doesn't look like there's any damage anywhere. The bike does have some weight to it. All right. That wasn't too horrible. Back here, the rear fender, just a small little bike pump. Let's go ahead and try to get this tire out of here. Just slide out. So there's the front tire. Stand her up. There we are. So it does come with a derailleur. It looks like a Shimano 7-speed. A rear suspension, which looks to be 1,200 pounds per inch. So we do have, as I said, dual batteries. This is the battery that goes on top. Now it does come with 2 sets of keys. My only question on this is the keys do look different. So I don't know if there's going to be one for the front and one for the bottom battery. Let's go ahead and uncover this bottom battery. So it's got the keyholes on the side of the batteries, on the front and the bottom. All right, so that one must fit this one. I'm guessing the second set of keys probably fit the other. Yep. Push it up, slam it forward, battery comes out. So it looks like the sticker is a little damaged here, but it says it's a 52 volt, 25 amp hour battery. So the bottom battery is gonna come out the same way, I'm guessing. Key in, it's unlocked already. Push up, and it pops out. This one says it is also a 52 volt, 25 amp hour battery. So we have an owner's manual, pedals, comes with a toolkit, and maybe a charger. Oh yeah, man, 2 really tiny chargers it looks like. See how many amps these are? 3 amp charger. So being these are 25 amp hour batteries, you're looking at a little over 8 hours to charge one of these up with a 3 amp charger. And there's 2 it looks like, so thank goodness. It'd be a long time to charge a bike if it wasn't. You know, I will include with these chargers, it looks like it has a fan inside there, which is nice. So let's go ahead and get these on charge while I'm putting together the rest of the bike. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get these handlebars on. So the main thing with this is just making sure you get that lined up straight. So it looks like everything's upside down in the handlebar here, so we just gotta flip it over quick. Maybe they do that for shipping purposes. So we have the typical Shimano 7-speed shifter. So we also have a wire disconnected here, I guess because that was twisted, so we're gonna go ahead and connect this up. So I don't know where my electric pump is, so we're gonna have to do this by hand quick, put some air in these tires. The things I will say I do like about this bike is it actually has the mag wheels on it, which I can appreciate. Dealing with the spokes, man, when those things come loose and the tire gets all out true and nasty, it's a little bit of a pain. Chow Ying tires, which are known for your budget e-bikes, cheaper tire. We're just doing 20 pounds in both for now. Now let's flip the bike over, put the front tire on. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and throw on the front tire, just something to be mindful of. There's a little spacer for your brakes you want to pull out quick. I've seen with this bike, your motor wire, you want pointing back towards the bike. These divots, hopefully you can see these right here, are going to fit right into the top side of this. So that's how you want to set that down on here. There we are. And we are in. Again, just to show you, that's how you want that to fit down into the mount. Same on the other side. These are going to fit this way and lock in, and that's just for the torque. I'll lock into here to make sure that that doesn't rip out. So go ahead and throw these on. There's your motor connect to the front motor. It's got an arrow pointing on here. It also has one pointing on here, so just line those up, push them together, Screw that down. There is a tie off up here. I'm gonna go ahead and put one on here. Definitely want to keep it to this side. You don't want it rubbing on the tire. Let's go ahead and put these pedals on quick. So the pedal that came with it, the second one, won't thread on there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's actually, maybe the threading is stripped a little in the front or something. So since I keep my pedals from my other bikes, I switched out my Grizzly bike, held on the pedals. So I'll just put this cheap pedal on here. Hopefully it fits okay. So the S6 comes with not only one, but 2 1,000-watt motors. So it looks like to get to the controller, we're gonna take the seat off. All right, so we got everything loose on here, so let's go ahead and pull this seat off. Here are our controllers. Let's go ahead and pull these controllers out, take a look, see what they are. It is a 48 volt, 26 amp controller. And let's see what this one over here says. One says it is also a 48 volt, 26 amp controller. So while this bike is packaged as a 52 volt, both controllers are 48 volts. Normally I would bed the brakes on a bike like this before I start riding. I'm not gonna do that just because I want this to be my first impression actually riding this bike and see how it handles, see what the motors feel like and everything. I am used to riding dual motor bikes, so being that this comes in at, again, $1,499 opposed to some of your other dual motors, which can range anywhere from, you know, $3,000 to $4,000. I just want to see how this compares. I want it to be an honest first ride. So I have not ridden this bike at all. I've just been doing videos, photo shoots with it. This will be actually my first ride on this bike. The most I've done is fired up the display, take a look at, which we're gonna do now so you can see what that looks like. All right, let's go ahead and fire up this display. And here's the power button. And this is what the display looks like. It's actually a really cool looking display. Let's go into the modes here. As you see, there's 0 miles. You can see what wattage you're using, the odometer. So I like to leave mine on the volts so I can see how much I have left in the batteries. So both these batteries are on right now. So let's go ahead and get out there and do a first ride, see if this thing does. Do the horn quick so people look. Good enough. Pedal assist 1. Just the rear motor. All right, let's try this again. Had to adjust the front brake so it was making a little noise. Power assist 1. A little gas in the tire. That's better. That did not go well. Let's try this again. So as you see, the bike is doing a really bad shimmy, and that's why I did the ride again so you could see it. I'm still going to try to talk with Amyet to see if there's a way to maybe change the settings coming up on my 30 days, and I just unboxed it literally 3 days ago. It sat for several weeks before I could actually get to it. So not a good sign. Oh, user busy. What? All right, well, that's the number from their website. That was the 206 number. Let me go back to recents. That was the 1-206-809-1764 number. As you saw, it rang several times, and then it kicked off. It said user busy. That's weird. So okay, so in conclusion, I just want to talk about the 3 issues that I had on this bike immediately right out of the box, as you saw in the video. Number 1, the brakes were squealing, which is fine. That happens when you put the front tire in. A lot of times you have to adjust the front brake, which I did do multiple times. The squealing did go away, the rubbing did on the pad and the rotor, but the problem was as soon as I'd hit a corner, it would start rubbing really bad again. But it was only in the corners. It just feels like that front wheel's shifting a little too much and it's getting that rotor to rub. The second thing I ran into was the rear motor was pulsating or shuddering. It's really annoying sounding, and in a lot of instances, it sounds like the motor is about ready to give out on you. And then the third thing is the front motor on this was not running. I'll turn this on here real quick. So I'm not getting any codes or any errors on the screen at all. Everything's good to go there. And give it a little power here. So that's the rear motor, and then on the bottom here, if you click the switch over to B, that's the rear and the front motor. I'm not going to even pick up the front because I'm not worried about it, because the front is not working. I'm not sure what's going on with the front motor, but again, so that is 3 different things that I experienced on this bike, which really sucks because I was really hoping that this bike would be that budget e-bike that was going to cross that line for me and be basically good out of the box. Not the situation here. I did reach out to Amyet. I've been talking with them for about 2 weeks. Everything with them is through email. In the United States, my time, it's 12 hours later their time, so a lot of their emails are overnight to me. And for the last 2 weeks, it was questions about, well, what the motor number is, you know, just questions about the bike itself. And I kept saying to him, I just want to return the bike, I think, because at this point I'm at my 30-day return time, and I got the bike out late. I just want to return it. So I've been repeating that over and over and over and over every day, and they've been trying to sort of keep me into this bike. I'm really not looking for like a project bike that I have to get and work on the motors and upgrading the, you know, shocks and upgrading the controllers and doing. I'm not looking for a bike like that. I was looking for a budget e-bike that I could review and bring to you all, that you might be able to get in the future, that would be good quality and be a good buy for you. I'm packing this bike up tonight. I'm putting it back in the box that it came in. I just want to do this one final talk and show you a little bit on what was happening with the motors and all that. So no, I absolutely would not purchase the S6 ever again. Obviously the motors have some serious issues. Everyone's been having issues with the front and the rear motor and all the S6s. This isn't just my bike that I purchased. If you go online and join some of the Facebook groups, you'll see a lot of people talking about the same issue, and everyone is sending this bike back or canceling their orders at this point. Amyet needs to get this fixed. Me personally, I would not buy the S6 right now. I highly would not recommend anyone go out and purchase this bike. And it's only the S6 that seems to be having this problem. People that have the S8s and some of their other bikes are not talking about this kind of issue. So this might just be the S6. I'm guessing it has something to do, again, with the controllers and the motor, and the batteries being 52 volt and everything else being 48. I know that's not supposed to cause issues because a 48 volt controller can handle up to 60 volts, but there's just something off on this. That's what the pulsating is in the motors. So again, Amyet, you're gonna have to get this fixed. I personally would stop selling these bikes. You're destroying your business name by selling these, and the more you continue to sell them, the more it's gonna hurt your product name with buyers. Okay, yes, the customer service is actually that bad. It was not a good experience. It was just horrible from start to finish. To start things off, I did reach out to them. As you can see, I couldn't get a hold of anyone. I finally did get a hold of them through email. They only respond overnight because their time is daytime, our time's nighttime. It's vice versa. So each time I'd email them, they respond that night, I respond the next day. And we went on for weeks doing this. They did offer to try to have me take it somewhere and pay to have it fixed. Go ahead and get it fixed and they reimburse me. Do not do that. The reason why is because they also told me they pay for my shipping and they were backing out on that. So if that's what they're telling you, don't buy into it. I'm probably pretty sure it's not going to happen. You're not going to get reimbursed. And I'll explain that here in a second. So they tried to keep me in the bike. They tried to talk me into doing that. Obviously, if you have a budget bike, you take it to a bike shop, they're going to laugh at you 99% of the time. Even when you have a bike that's not a budget bike, they usually won't touch them unless they sell them. Some places will. It's getting a little more common, but especially with budget e-bikes, people are like, I'm not touching it. So you have to do all the work yourself, which is fine if that's what you want to do. You want a project bike, great. Go ahead, go that route. I checked on shipping. They would not send me a shipping label, even knowing I asked them multiple times, even knowing their website, if you look at their 30-day guarantee, says that they will send you a shipping label. They do not send you a shipping label, according to what they told me. I had to ship it on my own back to them to be able to get the money back. I then said, well, then you're going to pay for the shipping. We argued back and forth over that. They finally agreed to pay for the shipping. I went and got the price. I told them how much it was going to cost. This is all in email. Told them how much it was going to cost. Sent them the price for the shipping. They said, absolutely, ship it out. As soon as you do, we'll give you your money. I said, well, I'm going to be shipping it tomorrow. Are you sure? They said, absolutely. The same person I'm talking to, the customer service manager, says, yes, we will. I've been talking to this guy this majority of the time, a couple other people. So I send it, email him back, say, hey, listen, here's the tracking number, refund my shipping. He says, oh, you can just keep the bike. We'll refund you the money. I just paid, and I'm going to put it out there, $566.71 that I verified with you that you would give me the money back. I told you the price. You agreed to it the day before. I send it out, and now you're telling me just call them and tell them to cancel. Now, granted, he didn't do this the night after I sent it, which you have 12 hours to cancel your order. He waited till that 12-hour time period that I could cancel and get my money back went by, and then he tells me, oh, go ahead, go ahead. So at this point, I get a hold of FedEx. They said, absolutely, if you want to have it returned to you, it's going to cost you another $566.71 to have this piece of junk returned back to me. Not like I'm going to do that. So I ended up getting a hold of one of the guys that originally told me that they weren't giving my money back before, the customer service manager, and said, hey, you guys said this to me, now you're not doing it. I argued back and forth with him for a while on WhatsApp. He finally agreed to return the money. He did it through PayPal as goods and services, which then made it a tax item on my PayPal. They wanted a tax ID for me to get the money. That was a complete nightmare. Still dealing with that. That's not going to go away. I'm going to have to pay tax on this money now. And anyhow, long story short, I finally did get the money back for the shipping. It was a fight, a battle, and I still have a nightmare I got to deal with on top of it. So, very horrible experience with customer service. I don't know how they are with everyone else. But again, if they say to you, we'll give you money, we'll do whatever, get the money first. If they say, oh, we'll pay for what, okay, well, if you're going to go that route, you're taking a chance on not getting that money. And if they send it to you through PayPal, tell them to do it friends and family, not goods and services, especially if it's a reimbursement. Pain in the ass to deal with. Anyhow, that's out there. So, hopefully this video and my nightmare has been somewhat helpful to you and saved you some time and chaos in the process. I'm going to be doing other stuff and different types of reviews. I'm still looking for that one bike. I don't know if I'm going to go for a budget e-bike anytime soon. I might just wait and grab something that's a little bit higher up. I was just trying to get a budget e-bike so that way I could find something that was compatible maybe to some of these more expensive e-bikes that, let's face it, they're overcharging on some of these other e-bikes. And so I was just trying to find something that would just be in that budget that was still going to be a good quality and a good bike. S6 is not it. Again, that's the S6. S8s, people love them. A lot of their other bikes, they don't have any issues, but this bike is a nightmare. Amyet, you need to recall this bike. You need to stop selling this bike. It's hurting your image. It's hurting your product image. You got to stop. Secondly, if you tell someone you're going to do something with customer service, you need to do it. These fights to try to get you to do what you agreed to do is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So anyhow, I'm going to move on. If you want, subscribe to the channel. If not, give it a thumbs up so this can get out to other people, so they can see the issues this S6 has, because it's just not a buy. Don't buy it.